the last 97. That should tell you right there all you need to know about what's been going on with the Lakers. But here's the first chance we get to see, and hopefully this is going to be a sustained stretch together on the floor.
And we'll see if there's any limitations for AD. Welcome back, AD on the...
Having Anthony Davis back to help shoulder some of that load, take it off the back of LeBron.
Artesia High School, Arizona State University. That's a good entry underneath, and an easy bucket by Day-Ron. AD, he'll face the basket. Anthony Davis missed 17 games. He's 2 for 2. One in below 500 again. They start the night in the 8th spot, wedged in between Minnesota and the Clippers in the standings. Well, there's Harden counted in the foul. As good as anybody in the league at drawing the contact
from the officials, but they're not going to change their stance.
No KD, no Kyrie, so the usages goes Harden. Slow getting up. Lakers have numbers. LeBron glides in and scores with the lay-in.
Before you could hear the murmur from the crowd and anticipating something special from LeBron.
I thought he was going to flush it too.
And then reaching for the ball.
Lakers coach, they're just trying to maintain while the NBA's top scorer was coming over too. Yeah. Avery might have been fortunate. That might have gone down the other way. Pocket pick. Here comes Bradley 3-on-1. Bradley, lob, throw it down, LeBron.
Boy, LeBron.
Nice 3-on-1 for the Lakers. So they fell behind early by 15 Christmas time at home against this team. That's a nice little jumper by Kessler Edwards.
And get a replay of that play, inbounds play right there. You'll see what I've always talked about with who guards the guy out of bounds. LeBron, James Harden is still very, very difficult to defend.
He is third in free throws by Davis. Here comes Russ all the way to score. Defense to offense started by a
defender, and he gets the block shot, keeps it in play, and the Lakers get a score.
AD now picks up James Harden on the perimeter.
Boy, look how the length of AD.
And Harden will still shoot it over Anthony Davis. No problem.
Kind of a minutes restriction?
So there's no official minutes limit as LeBron rises to take a three, Stu. AD, before the game, Frank Vogel said that they don't have a specific target in mind, although there's a range of minutes they'd like to get to. He declined to tell us that, but, a good sign that he's still on the floor here after 6 minutes. They didn't give him that early substitution.
And he looks really bouncy so far tonight. Remember, it was a knee injury that kept him out since December the 17th. Last time we saw him was against the Wolves, played 20-plus minutes, had 7 points. Euro step that time. It's knocked around. It's going to be taken by Brooklyn. Actually, he had 9 in that game. Oh, LeBron took it away from Harden. THT nearly threw it away himself. Now Horton Tucker wide open is Bradley in the corner. That's going to go up.
Oh, he almost got the ultimate
nearly
bounce.
Over and then nearly in.
That would have been very interesting.
3-point Laker deficit. We're in the first quarter. We're past the halfway mark. Again, it's AD matched up with Harden. We've seen that match up on the perimeter already a couple of times. The Lakers switching everything. And AD's got his second block. Get it out of here.
That time Edwards tried to change his pace dribble on Anthony Davis and really thought he had the advantage with it, but the length. There's Anthony to reject the shot and get the Lakers back into their defensive set.
Lakers 19th rated defensively, 23rd on offense. Brooklyn on offense rated 5th. And on defense, 16th. They really turned it around towards the beginning of the year, but it's been a defensive regression over the last month or so. Russ attacks, backhand layup is good. The speed of Russell Westbrook.
And believe it or not, he actually increased the speed there. He normally comes at you going in 5th gear. That time, though, he really did a job of changing gears.
Russ had 24 in Miami in that loss where the Lakers were down by 20 plus, a good portion of the game, and brought it down to 4 late. Nearly pulled it off. Underneath, here's LaMarcus. Throw it in, count it. There's the L train, LaMarcus Aldridge, and one.
Well, if you're going to switch that play, what they have to do is make sure as soon as the passer picks up the dribble, smother him to get another look at the Lakers in transition, and Russell Westbrook with the score. Then on the other end, on that right after that, you can see there that if you don't put a lot of pressure on the passer and there's that kind of a mismatch in the post, that's the result you're generally going to see.
There's LaMarcus, 10th in the NBA in field goal percentage. Blazers, Spurs, and Nets. By the way, the NBA's all-time leading scorer from players that were born in the great state of Texas. Chris Bosh, number 2 on that list. So he completes the three-point play. Russ, the Southern California product, corner of the key. Can't score, and rebound taken by Brooklyn. Again, they don't have Joe Harris available either, and he had surgery, and he's suffered a little bit of a setback. And Joe's a perimeter threat, so 3 of their top scorers unavailable tonight. You haven't seen anything or heard anything from Patty Mills tonight. In fact, he's not even in the game.
Well, there's a play where Harden used to get the whistle. That time, got nothing.
Avery in the corner, thought about it, still thinking about it, and then closed out by James Harden. They'll reorganize out for Russ. Lakers trying to even their record back at 500. That's a good entry under to Stanley, who just muscles his way up and in.
You know, I mean, he's posting up guys that are pretty much his same height. He's just overpowering them, a little bit more strength than the opposition.
Stanley had 7 in Miami, 11 Friday at Orlando. Yeah, he's only 6'6", listed at 6'6", about 240. Harden, back and forth he goes. A couple of big steps. Aldridge, boy, outside a little bit. You know, he's the master of the mid-range, but Harden in there for a follow-up basket.
The Lakers had 3 players around the defensive rim, but none of them jumped.
Lakers near the bottom of the stats in defensive rebounding in the NBA. Avery's got it.
Well, he loves that corner 3, doesn't he?